So that's the second big shock of the day after Pusala Venkata Sindhu, the number 3 seed, going down to Zhang Beiwen. Now the four-time former champion Chen Long of China beaten by Ka Long in 2 straight games. Next up, we've got another former champion, Saina NEHWAL, winner of this title 6 years ago, up against CHEUNG Ngan from Hong Kong. Could it be Hong Kong's day? Well, we're about to find out. And of course, as far as Saina NEHWAL is concerned, the big news from her is her engagement to be married to Kashyap Pali. Here she is, the former champion. Beat Juliana Schenk of Germany in the final in 2012. Add to that 4 more quarterfinals at this event. She has been hugely successful, but then so too has this lady, because 2 years ago was her big breakthrough. She reached the semi-final here, losing out to the now world number 1 Tai Tzu Ying in 3 thrilling games. Well, Saina NEHWAL, one of the most consistent players over the years. Olympic bronze medalist, of course, in 2012 in London. 2 World Championship medals, a silver in Jakarta in 2015, a bronze 2 years ago. No, last year, actually, 2017 in Glasgow. And 2-time Commonwealth Games gold medalist, only the 2nd player in Commonwealth Games history to win 2 women's singles gold medals. The only other one, Helen Troke from England. So as you can see, this is the 3rd meeting between these 2 players. The last time they met was in the quarter-final of the Hong Kong Open 2 years ago, and it was CHEUNG Ngan who won on that occasion in 3 games. She's 25 years of age now, which is 3 years younger than Saina NEHWAL. But as far as CHEUNG Ngan is concerned, well, she's had to battle injury problems, but so too has this lady, Saina NEHWAL. As I was indicating, 28 years of age. Total of 14 weeks as world number 1 from the 20th of August. She had 9 consecutive weeks as world number 1. So to her opponents, down 1 place in the world ranking this week to 24, but she has been as high as 13. 3 semi-finals at Super Series or World Tour events. 2, incidentally, in 2016, not only here in Denmark, but also in Hong Kong, and reached the semi-final of the India Open earlier this year, where in the quarter-final she beat the now 2-time world champion Carolina Marin in 2 straight games, as we look at our court officials. Interesting, Morten, that Saina NEHWAL has said that the date of her wedding to Kashyap Pali will be the 16th of December.
Yes.
Which is finals day at the World Tour Finals.
Yes, I thought that too. Is she planning to play? I thought that too.
I think there's more important things, a life commitment to Kashyap Pali, who incidentally, I was reading, lost his passport last week in Holland. He was playing the Dutch Open.
He did, I saw that. Yeah.
And lost his passport, so he's travelling now on temporary documents.
Yeah, it's possible.
This is a player who I personally think is always underestimated a little, CHEUNG Ngan. I think she's hugely talented, beautiful racket skills. And when you think that she's had victories over, not over Carolina Marin, obviously her opponent is today, because we saw on the head-to-heads it was a 1-all. Also beaten Herbin Jiao, Sung Ji Hyung, you don't go beating players like that unless you're hugely talented. So she's much, much better, in my opinion, than her 24 world ranking at the moment.
But hasn't she been injured? I think I saw her play in the summer in Thailand, Singapore, places like that, where she was actually not moving as well as what she normally does. So she was a bit under trouble.
India. Saina NEHWAL to serve. Level, play.
So the 2012 winner of this Denmark Open title, Saina NEHWAL, getting this first round match underway against CHEUNG Ngan of Hong Kong. Oh my goodness, that's a good smash from NEHWAL.
That was an awesome one.
Oh, anything you can do, I can do better.
1-0.
Miss Doolittle. Wasn't that the one?
You've got a better memory than me.
Yeah. Maybe.
What?
One of those old ones.
We're showing our age, shush.
Be quiet.
Yeah, that's pushed long as well.
3-1.
2 finals this year. Winning that gold medal, second gold medal at the Commonwealth Games, and also reached the final where she lost of the Indonesian Masters, lost out to the world #1, Tai Su Ying.
Yeah, she had a very good tournament there in January.
4-1.
Yes, in the first round in the Indonesian Masters, beat Chen Fei, quarter-final beat PV Sindhu, semi-final beat Ratchanok Intanon.
Yeah, I remember that. It was a very, very good run for her.
Yeah.
Service over. 2-4.
I think you're right about the drift. I think Saina is also just talking to the coaches and say, I think my opponent has got the drift with her.
Oh yes, that's lovely skill. Swayed the body. Bit of a backswing of the racket as well to make it look as if she was going to
Lift it.
Lift it. Yep. Delicate little block instead. That was a nice angle across court from the forehand corner from CHEUNG Ngan.
Yeah, it's definitely forcing the error.
Wait, Saina. Saina.
Saina NEHWAL just told not to throw away the perspiration from her brow.
It's really difficult to stop. It's like a lifetime habit.
Yes.
That they suddenly made a rule about, and it's not easy to change.
Service over. 4-5.
It's interesting, Morten, when I look at the results statistics between these two players. Of course, we've mentioned that Saina NEHWAL, 2 gold medals from Commonwealth Games, 2 World Championship medals, an Olympic Games medal, 33 international tournament finals. She's been gradually building, though, from, I remember her first of all playing as a 15-year-old. And I compare that to CHEUNG Ngan, who's only ever been in 1 tournament final, which she won, which was the 2015 Austrian International Challenge. And I wonder sometimes whether players, when they're developing, now it's almost too late for the player from Hong Kong because she's right up there, she's one of the world's best. But I always think it's a very good thing as youngsters to get used to winning and knowing how to win. Come up through those lower tier tournaments, the international challenger events, then what was the Grand Prix, then what was the Grand Prix Gold, now also part of the World Tour. But she hasn't had that.
No, she has been thrown in at the deep end.
Yes.
The player from Hong Kong. She's always played the top tier tournaments. And I agree with you that it's very, very important to build it, but that takes it takes patience, and it takes, of course, funding to do it. But there are countries around the world who's not prepared to have that kind of patience. They either think, you know, you go from nothing to world champion, or, you know, we don't fund it. So it's all about, you know, having that patience. A lot of players, I would say 99 out of 100 of players playing around on the circuit are built up by playing small events and then adding on and adding on and adding on the whole time. And that's the way to go, because you've got to learn to win.
Yes. And it's not just a confidence thing. It builds confidence, of course, if you're winning lower grade tournaments, but you've got to learn how to win. When you're on that verge of victory, they always said to me when I was a youngster, the last point is the hardest one to win. You know, you've got to get used to that. You've got to get used to being in the spotlight. Because she's hugely talented. I love watching this player play. Delightful skills.
Nine, 7.
Oh, indecision there. That's just long.
Service over. 8, 9.
Oh, looking at it again, it was quite a long way long.
Yeah, it was way out.
Oh, yes. Good skill from NEHWAL. It's interesting that the other players, I remember Pranoy, men's singles player, who sadly had to withdraw from the men's singles here this week, openly talked about how Saina NEHWAL gave all the Indian players belief because of her success. So he attributes a lot of the men's singles success, and of course the defending champion here is an Indian player, Kinambi Shrikant. So she really has been a catalyst for the huge popularity of the sport in India.
Yeah, and I would like to point out that her husband-to-be is exactly the same. He was one of the first of the Indian players, apart from the older generation, to actually start making an impact on the international circuit here. And he also paved the way for a lot of the youngsters.
Absolutely.
Kashap.
Yes, and I suppose his greatest moment as we go to the mid-game interval with CHEUNG Ngan with the 2-point advantage was winning gold medal at the Glasgow Commonwealth Games. Kashap. There
को
he
लिफ्ट
is.
करने की ज़रूरत नहीं, उसको पीछे भेज के आगे खेले तो आगे से कंट्रोल आउट जा रहा है उसको. When she is moving, she is not getting control, she is hitting out. So just keep it in play, keep it in play. You don't need to. And इधर से जब तेरे को मारने का मिल रहा है ना, मारने का ज़रूरत नहीं, just keep these 2 points. बाकी सब you're playing है, बाकी सब you're playing है. Just keep it in, keep it in.
क्योंकि जब ड्रॉप हाफ में जो मार रहे ना वो लगा सकती है,
लगा सकते.
वहाँ से तेरा अच्छा वेट फिर तू फिर उठाते जा रही, फिर उठाते जा रही, तो कंफर्ट में आ जाए.
Call 1, 20 seconds.
चल, playing well. Keep the shuttles in play, keep the shuttles in play.
Keep the shuttle in.
Yeah, it's a very simple game. There's only 2 rules that applies. Keep it in, get it over. How can that be so difficult?
Yeah, you tell me more.
可以加保滑，啪加少少的角来配合你的直线和对角球、对角高球。就是它平的，你壓到它以後，它平平嘅時候，高少少嘅時候，啪平啊！我指嘅平唔係好底線。
Call 1,
試下加唔到嘅話，就加中路都冇問題。
11-9. Play. Service over. 10-11.
I know it sounds strange, but I actually think that was very sound advice from Kashat. That the most important thing for Saina NEHWAL is to stay in balance, not making the mistakes, stay in control of the rallies, because I feel that CHEUNG from Hong Kong doesn't score a lot of points. I know that you like her skills, you like whatever she's doing, but she doesn't score a lot, which means that if you stay with her, chances are that she might be a little bit eager, maybe overdo something, make some mistakes. So if you have the ability of Saina NEHWAL to stay on court, stay really firm, don't make mistakes, I think it will be extremely difficult for CHEUNG to win.
Service over. 12-11.
Well, I was surprised at how attacking Saina NEHWAL was in that rally,
Yeah,
given the advice of her fiancé.
it was totally opposite, yes.
Yeah.
But it shows that when she's trying to play that fast attacking lift down the line, it gives the opponent something to work with. So she gets pace from the shot and she can add pace to it, and that's why the smash is going down.
Service over. 12-13. Service over.
First service error of the match, I think, isn't it?
I think so too, yes.
Yeah, indeed it is. I have a feeling that lift may have been going long. I'm not sure Saina NEHWAL need to have played that. Oh, that's wide.
Yeah.
16-12.
Nehwal seems to be fluctuating between an all-out attack rally
Yeah.
and a rally where she's only playing clears.
Yes.
There doesn't seem to be the normal, lovely mix within the rally.
I'm not saying this about Saina at all.
Oh, my goodness, how did she get that back?
Yeah. That's well played.
Oh, that's another lovely, lovely shot. That earlier one, how on earth did CHEUNG Ngan get that back?
That one there.
Bad one. And she's up again so quickly. Absolutely remarkable. Oh, super rally from CHEUNG. Sorry, Morten, I interrupted
Yeah,
you
but
in
that was only fair. The worst that can happen, you know, when you're coaching, is when you're talking to your player and you say to the player, okay, don't be so aggressive. You know, we have to, you know, hold back a little bit, make sure that we use all four corners, make sure that we add good pressure. And, you know, we stay a little bit patient. And then they suddenly forget to attack. Even when it's the most outright winner option they have. They say, no, I can't kill it. So they keep playing. And that's the worst that can happen.
Yeah.
You know, of course, you must kill these and those opportunities that you have and get.
Yeah.
It's just reminded me when you said, okay, it seems like Saina is caught between two things at the moment.
Yeah.
18, 12.
Oh, this is 5 straight points now. For Ngan. That's going down. Yeah.
Service over.
Run comes to an end.
13, 18.
No, Saina doesn't want to change the shuttle. Part of the mind games of modern sport.
Yeah, you can say that.
14, 18.
Yeah. Good placement of the smash. Slightly across the body towards the right hip. This is an important point right now.
It is hugely important. And I think Saina will win it.
Yeah.
16,
4 straight points. And the 6-point deficit is reduced to just 2. This is the situation, Morten, to what we were alluding to earlier, about you've got to learn to win.
Yeah.
You know, you've got that advantage, you're 6 points ahead, you're 18-12 up.
Have to close it.
You have to close it.
Yep.
And she might still do that yet.
You can't say that, but the thing is that very often players, when they get into these very advantageous situations, they become too passive.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very, very well played by Saina NEHWAL.
18.
Now just 1 point in it.
That's good play. Really, really good play. Good, she's opting, CHEUNG, to go down the line to the backhand side on that smash, not going cross-court and opening it up. It's really clever play. That's good play.
2-point advantage now and 2 points away from this opening game. Oh, yes, that's a good smash too. And what a way to bring up 3 game point opportunities.
20.
Previous smash was down the NEHWAL backhand side, that time down the forehand side. Good variation. Push long. That's long as well. I'm getting more and more convinced by this drift.
Yes, I agree with you. So who dares wins?
Yeah. Just one more game point remains for CHEUNG Ngan.
Good attack on the return of serve there.
Oh, I don't believe it! What a rally! What defence! Well,
20.
she's known in the sport as a great, great fighter. Saina NEHWAL, that was instinctive defence. That one off the body kept her in the rally. And look at the reaction at the end of that rally. That's the one. Yeah. Absolutely extraordinary.
Yeah, that was good play. Slightly lucky.
So 3 game points have been well saved. 20 all, and we require extra points until there's a clear 2-point winning margin.
That's pressure.
Service over.
That's very nicely constructed, that rally. Really chased Saina NEHWAL around, and that push into the deep forehand corner, that one there is really doing the trick.
So game point opportunity number 4. And this time she converts. 22-20, the opening game for CHEUNG Ngan against the former champion Saina NEHWAL. 22 minutes for that opening game. Well, a little bit of frustration shown at the end of the game there from Saina NEHWAL, because she fought so hard to get back into the opening game from 12-18 down. Converted on her 4th game point.
You just have to make a move and then hit, then you're getting points. पहले वाले पे जब वो बेसलाइन उतारी तब मारी तो वो क्रॉस कन्वर्ट कर रही. लास्ट में तेरे को 5-6 पॉइंट्स कैसे आए? मिड कोर्ट लिफ्ट तू क्विक लगाए तो तू उसको जल्दी करना. मूव करा के मार, मूव करा के मार. चलो चलो चलो.
给他就往前再来推，其实其他都很好。哦，就是这方面要注意一下，调整啊，调整呼吸上面调整，加油，肯定会累，顶一下啊。要是他没有丙零防狼攻你的时候，可以加一点高球；当他丙零防狼攻你的时候，你要跟他拿往前，要给他上来。好。
Code 1, 20 seconds. Code 1, 20 seconds.
要集中啊，开局。
Well, she must be pretty happy at the moment, and Long winning the previous match. And now her player, CHEUNG Ngan, one game to the good against the former champion, Saina NEHWAL. Well, when she won the title 4 years ago, Saina NEHWAL became only the second player from India to win a Denmark Open title. Close your ears, Morten, because the first one was Prakash.
And who did he beat in the final?
You. Yes. But you
I knew you were going there.
you did reverse the result the next year in 1981. You beat him in the final.
Okay, good to know. I knew you were studying stuff like that.
Well, you have such a remarkable record in this tournament.
Service over.
Well, you have a remarkable record overall. I didn't want it to sound as if it was only in this tournament, Morten. But
Don't worry, I can take it. I'm easygoing. Doesn't dare to leave that one.
oh yes, nicely done. Now you can actually see the strapping on her right ankle.
Yep.
2-1.
She actually missed the Sudirman Cup on the Gold Coast last year because of that ankle injury, and I think that's been the problem. I don't think it healed.
There was something. I just remember there was something when I saw her and she was not right, and she lost the match.
I have a feeling she's had a back injury as well.
I think it was a back one.
Play.
But I like what Saina NEHWAL was doing there, because it's not enough just to use power. You need to create the angles as well. And very often when she's hitting, I feel that
3-1.
there's a lot of power in it, but the power in itself is not doing it. She must try to get some angles into the attack as well. And I like that smash, just like this one here. Here, this one, I like that. I know it's going out, but I like the fact that she's going for that one. On many occasions, she's going sort of quite safe to the center of the court, trying to hit the forehand side of the body, stuff like that. That's also okay, but you need to have these angled power shots as well.
And you need to use that variation.
You need to use it. See, that's another one I like now. I like that. She's trying to make the shots count.
4-2.
And I like that a lot.
I was a little bit concerned there about CHEUNG Ngan. She hurt herself when she went down there.
No, she's okay.
Yeah.
Service over. 3-4.
Yeah, there's the sideways drift coming into play.
Service over. 5-3.
One more.
6-3.
Yeah, she's not over impressed with that one, Chen, coach.
Service fault call.
Service fault called, struck above the 1.15 metre mark.
Struck above the waist.
4, 6.
That was what we would say in the old days.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's very difficult for us to tell what is 1.15
We've
metres.
got no chance just
No.
watching the pictures here.
Yeah.
Service over. 7, 4.
Yeah, just a nice little clip down.
Yeah, but there was the quality of that backline to backline shot that CHEUNG was trying to play, because the quality was, it was across the center of the court, it was too low and was too short. So it was very easy for Saina to intercept it. And you could see as soon as CHEUNG has hit the shot, she virtually gave up on it. So I can't get the next one because this shot is just so poor.
Oh, that's well played from CHEUNG Ngan.
Service over.
My goodness me. You talked a moment ago about how well she had outmanoeuvred Saina. I think that was even better.
Yeah.
Comprehensively outmanoeuvred.
Service over.
Yeah, apart from these angles being nice and difficult to deal with, the fact that there's very little pace on this from Saina NEHWAL,
Yeah, it's
there's
very
nothing,
short.
there's nothing to feed off for
Nope.
CHEUNG Ngan. No pace on the shuttle.
She's got to play the shot herself.
Yeah.
I think we're in for another 3-game match.
My goodness me. Well, how on
Service over.
earth, first of all, did Ngan get this one back?
She's caught completely. I don't think Saina actually anticipated that one coming back.
No, me neither. Now force the short lift
7,
with the
8.
quality net shot. That one there. Where her feet are, barely half court.
See, that's the one. I like that. I like that a
Service
lot.
over.
The way that she can play that shot.
7.
Really good angle.
It's crisp too, isn't it?
It is. But try to look at how CHEUNG Ngan is having her center towards her forehand side to cover down the line. So what will happen is that when these cross-court smashes are starting to come, she's got to move that center to the center of the court.
Yeah.
And that will open up for the smashes down the line. And that's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
So if you go 3, 4, 5 times cross-court, if you're winning them, you're forcing her back into the center.
Yes. Yeah.
One or two more cross-court. This is the second one now. One or two more cross-court that will keep her opponent at the center of the court, and then chances are that she can start scoring down the line on the smashes.
Oh, good smash towards the right hip.
Interval.
And a lovely way to get to the mid-game interval for Saina NEHWAL. Look at that. Perfect placement of the smash. And it's a 4-point advantage for Saina NEHWAL here in this second game.
因为佢而家都攻啊，啪啪，人还是要紧一点，速度还是要跟上，顶一下啊。完了以后，底线正手可以对角高球吊直线，不要吊太多的对角，因为一吊对角，他打你直，推你直线，你就不是很舒服。吊直线长一点，那种过渡球长水球或者中单都冇問題。你要是高球很多，高球不夠厚，太平。
के आगे भेज के मारे तो पॉइंट आता है। फ्रंट टू बैक को हिट, फ्रंट टू बैक को हिट। ये साइड से आया ना, ये साइड से तो सॉफ्ट खेल रहे थे वो क्रॉस मार देना, थोड़ा उस हार्ड खेल, थोड़ा दूर खेल, नो प्रॉब्लम, ड्राइव मार देना, नो प्रॉब्लम, क्योंकि आगे तो नहीं छोड़ रही है, एक डिफेंस नहीं छोड़ी उसका। So just keep it in play. She doesn't have many options. एक ही है, ये पंच क्लियर इधर मार रही है बस, that's all. उसको तो नीचे मार बस.
Okay, Morton, well, we didn't understand what Wang Chen was saying in her coaching timeout, so I'm interested to know what you would be saying to CHEUNG Ngan.
I possibly think she's doing it. I think she will take more chances now. I think she would try really to upset it, go for high pressure pace like this, move up, push it down there. The first one she was playing was also a smash where she moved really fast on her around the head situation. She missed it down the line into the net, but it was really quick what she was doing. So I anticipate her to, you know, really start to put some pressure, make or break.
And that's what you would advise?
I would do that.
Yeah.
I would do that. You know, you're trailing 11-7, you've got the first game under the belt, and then, you know, let's go for the big ones.
Yeah.
Like that, that's a good play again. And the thing is also, when you practice shots like that, if you're not winning, you can consider it as practice for the third game. And then when you practice a shot, they might come really good for you in the third game.
Sure. Interesting. No, this is a physically demanding rally, there's no question of that.
It is.
Yeah.
Running out of stamina now. CHEUNG Ngan, 38 shots.
Longest rally of the match so far. Well, it's interesting because if you think that CHEUNG Ngan certainly in that rally ran out of steam, stamina questioned. I felt in the quarter-final of the Korean Open, Saina NEHWAL, who was 20-16 up in the third game against Okuhara and lost. And I watched it. I wasn't there, but I watched it.
Yeah.
And I thought Saina NEHWAL just completely and utterly fatigued.
Yeah. And Okuhara went on to win the tournament.
She did.
Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting. I mean, I'll love it if it goes to 3 games to see that who's got the stamina, who's using the right tactics. This is a fascinating encounter.
But that's the beauty about our game.
Yeah.
It's got so many ingredients.
Yeah.
And of course, stamina is just one part of it, but it's a crucial part, because if you're not fit enough, everything else falls apart.
Exactly. Oh yeah, that's a nice shot. That's the sort of go for the winner that you were talking about.
Yes. Go for them. Because when you need them, if she's not winning this second game and you need, you know, to play well in the third game, you have practiced, you have tested your limits. And I think that's important too.
Yeah.
11-30.
And it's paying off so far.
Yeah. Only 2 points in it now.
Adding a lot of pressure on the deep forehand corner as well.
12, 13.
4 straight points. Oh, that's a good lift.
It's an awesome lift.
Oh my goodness. No, it's gone long.
Service over.
Gosh, that could prove to be an important rally.
14, 12.
The idea was good. That really high lift, it was good. Take the pace out of the rally and then, you know, regroup, get back into it. And then she's just hitting it so far out the court.
Yeah. Oh, a lucky net cord for Saina NEHWAL. Yeah.
12.
Able to smile about that because, of course, the fortune favours the brave. Well, she was going for the acute angle down the line, there's no question. Oh,
Service over. 13, 15.
well, I make that 3 points that she's gifted away. 2 service errors and a service fault. Oh, yes.
Service over. 16, 13.
Got behind it, and then she's got the option, Saina NEHWAL. In contrast, as you saw there, her opponent totally off balance.
Yeah, she was under pressure.
Thank you.
He was a semi-finalist here a few years ago, wasn't he? Kashyap.
He was. I agree. That's not long ago.
Years ago.
No, that's not long.
No. That was a tired-looking shot to me.
13.
There's been a few. That's not by much.
Yeah. First challenge of this women's singles.
Challenge. Call out.
Oof. Well, I think that's a great call by the line judge. Well,
Correction.
Hawkeye says it's in. Well,
Service
looking
over.
at that, that looks
40,
long to me, I have to say.
Yeah, it's very close. It is extremely close.
70.
Oh,
Service over.
a shot from Saina NEHWAL hit the top of the tape and it just trickled over.
50.
Perfection. So a 3-point advantage and 3 points away from forcing a third and deciding game. Oh, that's wild. That's wild.
19, 50.
Well, I think stamina of CHEUNG Ngan
Middle. Yeah.
really is being
Okay.
tested right now.
Thank you. Service over. 16, 19.
Oh yes, well played.
I know we got to game point now, but I'm going to be quick in this one. I think there's an interesting statistics
20.
going on in the head of Saina.
Game point. 16.
When she's having the smash opportunities, she's going for the body or the forehand side. She doesn't rarely go for that cross court as I want her to go for, because I think she thinks if it's coming back, I have to run too far, but it's not coming back.
Yeah.
But in her mind, the statistics is, oh, if it comes back, I have to run for it, but it's not coming back. Every time it's been an outright winner.
Over.
I think another statistic might be going through her head that she was 20-16 up in the last match that she played prior to this match here in Denmark, and she lost it.
Yeah.
That's
out.
wide.
Yeah.
We will indeed be treated to a third and deciding game.
But we have a challenge first.
Call out.
But it is out.
Yeah. Yeah. No question. Here we go. What does Hawkeye say? Yeah, clearly out. It is indeed one game all.
Challenge unsuccessful.
21-17, second game. 48 minutes into the
Second
match.
game won by Saina NEHWAL.
And it's
21,
one game
17.
all.
One game all.
没什么力了是吧？脚出不去。他后来是加了頭頂對角線嘅球路，你知道嗎？一路因為佢頭頂直線一路俾你睇嘛，你睇那個對角，所以佢後面加了好多頭頂對角線嘅球路，這個一定啦。還有他正手啊，正手比較你遠一點的球，他後面是兩邊推你兩邊對角的底線，兩邊對角底線，推你。除非佢好主動啃網，就是他在這種就比如攻下來，你防他像這種位置，他都給你兩邊底線。他要一慢的話，你就可以打，就是說怎麼樣，就是說你能找到那種節奏。我就擔心你快速的話，你的體能可能有點問題，有沒有？ 一分分顶哦，那样快慢快慢，你要去感觉它的那个时间，它也不会一直快，它也有慢的时候。它快的时候，你一定要跟上它。它没有快的时候。正手对角线的高球也可以用啊，加油，一分分顶。
अच्छे हाइट से तू पीछे भेज के फिर तो तेरा शॉट्स खेल सर्विस ध्यान से रख सर्विस के बाद वाला स्ट्रोक ध्यान से रख बाकी सब ठीक है उसको फ्लैट देने की जरूरत नहीं फर्स्ट 5 पॉइंट्स जस्ट बी अलर्ट डोंट गिव हर इजी बी रेडी फॉर हर पुशेस दैट्स द ओनली वे शी इज गोइंग टू स्कोर तू इधर से पकड़ी गई ना पीछे मार दे फर्स्ट शॉट रेडी रहे बस और इधर से भी व्हेन आई एम सेइंग बैक एंड पे आ रहा थोड़ा जोर से थोड़ा दबा के मार स्लो ड्रॉप ठीक है थोड़ा दबा के मार so that you are covering the cross court that's all बाकी सब ठीक है इसको अंदर डाल 4-5 शटल it's good enough for her
पूरा रैली बढ़ाने की जरूरत नहीं एक दो स्ट्रोक के लिए बढ़ाएंगे
हाँ बस 1-2 शॉट वो निकाली तो नो प्रॉब्लम तू दूसरे साइड खेलने दे उसको रैली ठीक है ना नो प्रॉब्लम मर जाएगी वो ज़्यादा देर नहीं पड़ती
Second game. Level. Play.
So here we go, the third and deciding game.
Service over. 1 love.
And I think what Saina NEHWAL has to be careful about, Morten, is that she will obviously have seen her opponent struggling physically at the end of that second game. But she's got to continue doing what she was doing, which was mixing up the attacking play and not just relying on her opponent to get tired.
No, exactly. A lot of players are making mistakes like that. Suddenly they start, I just have to keep it going, and then they become passive. They become passive in their minds. They become passive in their shots, and then it doesn't work. And then they think, I just got to keep it going. But the other one can, sustain it, start playing perhaps some good shots, and suddenly you lose because you're not adding on enough pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
But I still think it must be a major concern in the Hong Kong camp if you look at it. We're talking about first round match. Played a good opening game and virtually went down physically in the second. And maybe one of the reasons why CHEUNG Ngan is not, having such a high ranking is that she is slowly getting drained match by match when she's playing, and therefore she's not progressing. And if I was in the Hong Kong camp, I would definitely start looking at how to improve her physically, because this is not the first time.
No, and I think that's a very, very good point, because I was mentioning the players that she's beaten in the past, like of Carolina Marin, her opponent of today, Hebing Jiao, and she can have these brilliant
one-offs,
but she doesn't follow it through to the pointy end of the competition, i.e. to semi-finals and finals day. You've got to be following it up. It's no good just beating one of the top players in the first round or the second round. You've got to do it day after day.
Exactly. It's not a matter of whether she, let's say, I don't know, honestly, I don't know the draw. I don't know who the next one is going to play. But let's say that Hong Kong is winning this one, and it's a strong opponent standing in the match tomorrow again, then she would have no chance.
Yes, it's Akane Yamaguchi.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one again.
The former champion, beaten finalist last year.
So what I mean, it must raise some concern in the Hong Kong camp and say, okay, if we're going to improve on this, what is our focus area? And the focus area must be improving the physical.
Yeah. But don't you think that is a relatively
3, 4.
relatively easy thing to achieve. If you were trying as a coach to give players new skills, that would take years.
Or hardly ever happens.
Exactly. So the fact that she's got these lovely skills, if she needs to improve her physicality, that, in all honesty, can be done pretty much in 6 to 12 months.
But so many players are in denial.
About their fitness.
Yes.
Yeah.
3.
But all they've got to do is look at the current world number one, Tai Tzu Ying. Suddenly, when she improved her physical condition and her stamina, she has become world number one and undisputed world number one. She is clearly the best player in the world over the last 12 months.
Yes. But slightly off form at the moment.
Well, I think fatigue on the number of tournaments,
Yeah.
that she has
played a lot.
Yeah.
6, 3. Service over. 4, 6.
Please welcome the technical officials to court number 2.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, super. Great skill.
Service over.
She took that shot just high enough to make it efficient. Sometimes she have a tendency to play it from a little bit lower position, and then it's not as effective.
Court number 2. Next on. These are the big ones from Indonesia. Wayu Dayaka, Arya Hasika Anira, and Eddie Pudu Santoso. And they are playing from China, Lee Wen.
Oh, yes. Oh, it's just as well that was a winner, because I think she was so off balance that she wouldn't have been able to get to the next one. Look at this.
And I don't think she wanted another 3-4 shots in that rally.
Oh, my goodness. Well, that's a remarkable retrieving from this lady.
6, 7.
How did she control it from so low there? Played the perfect response. That's amazing. Oh, yes.
Service over.
It's good placement, but I appreciate the point that you made earlier. It's either straight or it's at the body, these smashes now. She doesn't dare to go for the cross court.
The thing is, as I say, in her mind, she's doing the statistics. She's having this idea that her opponent will get it back if she goes cross court, which means, okay, I have to run on the diagonal. I don't want to run on the diagonal, so I want to stay safe. So I go body or straight down the line. But the mind is tricked, because we've seen so many winners as soon as she starts going cross court on that smash, that let's say for every 4 she's playing, she's at least winning 3.
Yeah.
And that would be good statistics, but in her mind she's seeing the one that she's got to run for.
Yeah. But that's where the influence of a coach in the coaching breaks can help the situation. That's a very good smash straight down the line.
Service over.
And Saina NEHWAL really have to start focusing on playing to the deep forehand side of of her opponent, because a lot of good shots are coming from that around the head situation. Again, get it to the forehand side, push it to the deep forehand corner and so on. Nothing is coming from that corner. Again, if you really want to control it. Also chances that she would get some straight replies. If the straight reply is coming, you have the chance for the cross court.
Yeah.
So there's so many good things about it. But that was a long talk. You can see here, it just had to be slightly to the forehand side of the center line, and straight away the attacking shot did not come. It comes from the really normal around the head situation, then the attacking shots are coming. And that's some of the things that, you know, you have to take into account when you play. Here it comes.
Service over. 8, 10.
This is a very normal around the head situation.
It's a good flick serve.
Yeah, very good. Change.
Oh, my goodness. Well taken. That is fantastic. My goodness, what a rally from CHEUNG Ngan. Look at that backhand. Cross-court defensive shot. And the final control off the top of the tape.
That's the one. Not that one.
It is Saina NEHWAL who has the advantage, albeit just one solitary point advantage here at the change of ends in the third and deciding game.
发小球的时候，不要太多发到他的反手边，他有点动作，可以发到他的正手边。有的时候不要太着急，特别是反手边，他现在头顶看的蛮多的。有的时候你要位置不是很好，他的位置很好，再给他一个正手看了，完了以後他正手攻下來直線嘛，是不是？防他的時候呢，防佢嘅時候俾中間，冇俾側線，可以嗎？
इधर से मार रही थी, ठीक है, वो उसका स्लो है बोल के उन्हें इधर से उड़ाते रहते तो उसको भगा सकते।
हाँ, कुछ भी नहीं।
ये नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि तेरे को नहीं चढ़ेगा दम बोल के, दम चढ़ेगा लेकिन तू उससे बेटर।
हाँ, इससे बेटर है जस्ट कीप इट इन प्ले। इफ शी केस फ्रॉम हियर ऐसे उठाई, पीछे मार, और एक शॉट रेडी रहा, और एक शॉट, और थोड़ा बीच में जुब बोल के मार दे एक, ठीक है, आता पॉइंट्स आते। फोकस ऑन द लीड, फोकस ऑन द लीड। पॉइंट्स देयर।
Well, it could not be closer. There has to be at least 1 point in it at the change of ends, and that's all there is.
I think when Kachap set focus on the lead is the fact that Saina NEHWAL is up and you know, be happy that you are still at front. I think that's what he was trying to say.
Okay, thank you.
We're 3 minutes past the hour mark already in this match.
Play.
Yeah.
12, 10.
Well, that to me is a wrong choice of shot from CHEUNG Ngan.
Service over.
Oh, that's a third service error now for
Hello.
NEHWAL.
12.
Oh, little moment of magic from An E. What was that you were saying earlier about her looking for the straight smash? Cheung.
She is looking for it all
Yeah,
the time.
exactly.
13. 12.
Ready for that one too. So she made the error.
That's it.
Oh yes, threaded it down the line. That's a wonderful smash from Saina NEHWAL.
But to play a win on it, it's got to hit the line.
Yes.
And it did.
Oh,
That's
goodness.
a beautiful shot.
Isn't that wonderful?
That reverse there, really well played.
15.
But it just brings back what I said earlier, that all the good attacking shots are coming from that situation. And Saina NEHWAL, if you are in her shoes, you must try to avoid it.
So don't play it down your opponent's round the head
No.
position. Play
Put the
down
pressure on that forehand side.
Yep. Goodness. What effort.
That's
And
it.
she's missed it.
now.
Oh, there's a challenge. And I concur with you, Morten. I think that was definitely wide. What remarkable defence and scrambling from Cheung Ngan. And I was convinced that Saina NEHWAL's shot was wide.
Yeah, it's this split second, but as I saw it anyway.
Yeah, it was definitely wide. Good challenge.
Correction. Out.
Yeah.
14. 15.
Well, that could prove very important indeed. Yeah, waving away, even though she was down on the floor, to the umpire, indicating she wanted to challenge. Oh, there's the drift again.
Service over. 16. 14.
But she likes to play the deep forehand corner because then most likely the reply is coming back straight down the line, and then she's got that around the head situation. So she will continue. She also did that in the other games she played, pushing it. See, not going cross.
think there's a little bit of doubt in Saina NEHWAL's mind as to how she's going to win some of these rallies, because the retrieving in the last few rallies from CHEUNG Ngan has just been remarkable. And
I
think,
agree. It's playing on her mind.
It is, and that's why she made the error on the last one, I'm convinced.
Service over.
But NEHWAL is staying in the lead, 17-15. So, you know, still having these 2 points,
Yeah.
which is very, very important.
Oh, that was getting long. This is such an important rally. That's gone wide. There again, signs to me that there's frustration from Saina NEHWAL. How am I going to win these rallies?
Keep at it.
Yeah.
That's all she can do. Keep at it, keep working, waiting for the chances, at the pressure. Stay cool.
Okay. Thank you. Shine. Shine. Okay. Play.
So 16, 17. Deciding game. Who's got the nerve? Who's got the stamina? Oh, my goodness. Well, she's not keeping her patience, Saina NEHWAL.
17. Oh.
Back level, 17 all. Is that 3 or 4 errors in the last
3.
3?
It was 15-17. Some nerves, you can see it, you can sense it.
Yeah. Finally, a winner from the forehand
Yeah, from
corner,
the
but you
forehand side.
have to say, Morten, the shot from Saina NEHWAL, this one,
Yeah.
is so short. It's not over her opponent's head. Look where her feet are. Got what it deserved, in all honesty.
It did. The quality of the shot was simply not good enough.
4 straight points from a 2-point deficit to a 2-point lead. And 2 points from winning the match.
2-2-2.
Service over. 18. 19.
Oh, that goes down as a missed opportunity in my book for CHEUNG Ngan. Oh, that was going
good.
wide.
It was. She took one she shouldn't have taken.
19. Oh.
That could have given 2 match points.
Yeah. Instead, it's 19 all. Well, it really has come down to nerves, hasn't it? And the match point opportunity is earned by Saina NEHWAL.
20. Match point. 19.
Yeah, got her feet in a bit of a tangle there, CHEUNG Ngan. No. Surprising that the umpire allows the players to have such a timeout at match point opportunity, both having a drink, a towel down.
Yeah, I'm very surprised too.
Oh, what a net shot. That's going wide. What a net shot. When you're facing match points, to produce a net shot like that is truly extraordinary. Look at that. Magnificent. 20 all. So having just saved a match point, and now CHEUNG Ngan has a match point opportunity herself.
Oh, lucky that you got that one, Saina.
What a rally.
Yeah, really good pace. Both players pushing it very, very hard. It's a very good match point here.
Yeah, and it's well saved by Saina NEHWAL.
Oh.
What a match it has turned out to be. 37 shots, one shot shy of equaling the longest rally. Now, once again, the umpire being very lenient indeed.
It's been very nice.
An hour and 17 minutes. But the physicality is supposed to be a real feature of our sport. It's meant to be physically hard. It's meant to be tough. And the stamina levels are meant to be tested. Well, in a match like this, it's always a shame that there has to be a loser, but that's the beauty of our sport. It's not like football where it can be a draw. There has to be a winner, and that means there has to be a loser. 21 all. Oh, goodness me. A very, very loose backhand from CHEUNG Ngan, this one. But NEHWAL didn't have the courage to commit and go forward. So match point number 2 for the player from Hong Kong. And a second match point opportunity is saved by Saina NEHWAL.
On court number 3, restart. This one, Roger, Johanna, Kosti Wesley, and Lara Kevin.
Well, there's never been more than 3 points in it in this deciding game. Had all the hallmarks of going the full distance. Another fast-paced rally.
It is. It's interesting to see how much they're putting into this. The last rally after match, almost the whole time, they're really, really pushing hard.
So now it's Saina NEHWAL who has earned a second match point opportunity.
Play.
It's going wide, and this time Saina NEHWAL converts. Had to save 2 match points before she won on her second match point opportunity. A big smile, but my goodness, she knew that was a tough battle. An hour and 21 minutes before winning 24-22 in the deciding game. Well, no wonder there's a big puff of air there from Saina NEHWAL. Watched it, knew it was going wide. And finally, the victory was hers. The former champion from 4 years ago, from 6 years ago. Saina NEHWAL coming through. 20-22, 21-17, 24-22 in the deciding game in an hour and 21 minutes.